So, guys, I love vampires. How about you? Huh? The blood-sucking, Earth-based humankind. The Draculas and the Nosferatus. But I also love space aliens or sci-fi vampires. Space vampires, right? They're not common, but boy, are they fun. Here we go. Let's talk vamps now in outer space. Planet of the Vampires, 1965. Our first stop on our vamp camp is a movie directed by the Italian horror master Mario Bava. Really love his work. Mario Bava. In Planet of the Vampires, two spaceships from Earth crash land on a dark, mysterious world called Aura after picking up a strange signal. Soon, the surviving crew members realize they are not alone. An ancient, unseen force on the planet is reanimating the dead. Their dead crewmates, turning the corpses into puppets. These vampires aren't drinking blood, but they're trying to steal the living crew's bodies in their spaceship. This low-budget film is famous for its colorful, spooky visuals and for inspiring many of the ideas seen later in sci-fi horror movies, most notably Alien. Now, if you guys are fans of the movie Alien, Ridley Scott, and then, of course, Aliens, I heard a new one's coming out with Sigourney Weaver. Really exciting. We'll see Alien 5. But if you love Alien, I think you'll love Planet of the Vampires because lots of what Ridley Scott did in Alien is sort of taken and inspired by this 1965 film. Up next, we have Star Trek Television, the Salt Vampire from The Man Trap. So now we're going to look at one of the original and most memorable villains, or really, I'd say more a creature, an alien creature from Star Trek, not really a villain. The Salt Vampire was the main monster in the very first episode of the series, The Man Trap. The creature, a shapeshifter from the planet M113, had the power to appear as a loved one to its victims or a friend or whomever. But its true need, its desire, its hunger was salt, which it drained from human bodies, leaving behind only the desiccated, dry husks. Really great makeup on Trek, even back then. It was a perfect blend of classic monsters and a new sci-fi trope and vibe, showing that the greatest dangers in space can often hide in plain sight or take the form of someone you trust. And I'll tell you, I watched it just recently, rewatched it. I've seen it dozens of times. One of the first episodes that I ever did see, and it still holds up. The makeup, the suit, the acting of it, because people say, well, it's a suit, it's a creature. Well, the guy or gal in that, and I believe it was a female, it was a gal in that. I think she was a dancer. So she did a great job of the movement and so the spookiness of, making that suit come alive. All right. Another television classic, Buck Rogers, 1980, space vampire, the Vorvon. So in the fun future world of Buck Rogers, I pretty much grew up with it. We meet the Vorvon. The Vorvon, this alien, it's not after blood, or even, of course, salt or other fluids. It's the very energy or soul energy of a living being. The Vorvon is a handsome but dangerous figure who travels about the galaxy, weakening and draining people with his hypnotic touch. Now, the tale follows Buck and his friends as they race to stop the cosmic predator before it can feed again. The Vorvon is a great example of a classic vampire story redesigned for a sci-fi action show, proving that the fear of being drained by an unseen enemy is a fear that works in any time or place. And I'll tell you, take a watch or a rewatch in this. I did it the other day again for the video, and it's a great little story. And I think one of the great things about it is, of course, Wilma Deering, great Colonel Wilma Deering, great Erin Gray. She does such a good job of being, she becomes possessed by the Vorvon, and it's a scenery-chewing tour de force, but I think you'll enjoy. And finally, last but not least, is Lifeforce, 1985. Okay, this is a great sci-fi horror film. This is a fantastic blending, I think, of science fiction and horror. Okay, a mission to Halley's Comet finds a massive alien ship containing 3 perfect-looking humanoids. They look fine. Once brought back to Earth, these beings awaken and reveal themselves to be the powerful energy vampires. They don't just kill you, they drain your life force, leaving you as a dead, dried-out shell. Then worse, the empty bodies then become secondary vampires. They kind of come back to weird undead life, and they spread contagion throughout London. The movie takes the film concept and turns it into a global psychic catastrophe on a space vampire scale, with large-scale action showing the truly epic danger of alien predators that feed on the very essence of our life. And Lifeforce is most notable for the main actress being pretty much naked throughout the whole film. She's nude, my friend. She is naked. And a very beautiful actress. So if you'd like to see a beautiful actress nude, a beautiful space vampire nude, there you go. And it's just a really good film. Great special effects that hold up to today. And again, it's one of those uncommon but very cool space vampires. They're sci-fi vampires, right? They're not after blood. Usually they're after energy or salt or something wicked and weird. So there you go. What are your favorites? Can you name any more space vampires? I scoured. I couldn't really find any more. There might be a couple. You give us the feedback. You give us your thoughts and tell us who you like. Hope you enjoy. Hope you're subscribing. See you soon.